On the way back from the Meadows, man, oh man, Where We Welcome just has a knack for making you feel like a complete idiot when you drive her sometimes. That's only the third time I've ever driven her, first time I've ever been defeated with her. I went 28-3, really, I remember James saying she's not as good on the front. Maybe she's not. She won at Northfield on front in a maiden, and then raced really well out of the two-hole. Feels strong now. I go 28-3. I see I got two of the favorites behind me, but I don't want to go 59-2 and have somebody look her in the eye down the backstretch. So I just want to let her coast along at a comfortable rate. 28-3, 58-1. I would have liked to have been over there 58-4, 3, 58-1. Okay, fine. Down the backstretch, the guy in the two-hole run, and she heard him yell, and she goes to take off. So she grabs a hold of the bit. Well, I'm not gonna stop you from wanting to do your work. 28-3 down the backstretch, you're thinking 30 seconds on the end of it sews this up pretty easy, I think. 29 under wraps makes her look like a good horse. No, she's going to throw a little 31 at you. See how you like that. She is a fast filly. She is. But she's also a frustrating animal. I'm torn. She's going back to Ontario. Are we going to race her knowing that she can be like this? Or maybe give her to a trainer that's going to race at the B tracks, or give her to the trainer that's going to race in the state? I don't know. I'm up in the air. As I was talking, I know that James has had a whole lot of luck with Carmen Osiello in the States. Carmen's does well. He's not known for his trotting prowess, but had Oso Pine for us last year. Did well with Oso Pine also. I'm thinking maybe that's something we can do. Or make no mistake, who's to say if I don't get in the two-hole, she feels like she could trot in 53 right now. That's how strong she feels. Like 126, when it flashed up, 126-1, I'm thinking 55-2, new mark. From the hollering I hear in behind me, wrapped up. And she went from immediately going, she's going to jog, to, oh my dear Lord, where's the life raft? And it's not bleeding, or there might have been a little mucus, but it's just mentally, she needs to be a stronger horse. We've gone over this over and over and over. Yes, she has allergy issues. Yes, they may play a role in the summer, and they may not. She's strong right now, powerful. She just needs to have a little more, just a pinch more eye of the tiger in her. But nevertheless, I'll take the blame, even though in my heart of hearts, I know if I get there 128-3, she still finds a way to get beat. Maybe she's second, though. So I guess I'll take the blame. But man, oh man, she trotted down the backstretch so easy and has all the ability in the world. But that's welcome. So I think she'll probably do well in the grassroots. The fact that she floats over the ground, and when you time her into the gate like I did today, there's very few trotters in her division, a 3-year-old trotting filly, that can trot out of the gate with her. There's very few horses can snap out of the gate like that. She can go from timing into the gate to an 8th in 14 seconds or quicker in the blink of an eye, and then you can shut her down. I'm up to the quarter in 28-3. I guarantee you our first 8th was around 14 and a bit, 13 and a bit, 14. She could have been up there 27 flat, maybe quicker. She's got a wicked turn of foot, but she needs to use it at the right times. I guess maybe I should too. When you look at the chart line, you're going to say, Anthony, you went the third quarter too fast and you're an idiot. And I'd have to accept it. But welcome was welcome. So, I believe I was 5th. And then, of course, like a complete jackass, I drove in a white whip, and the judges called me for the whip. I, snapped her a couple down the lane. And I watched the replay. I didn't think I did anything wrong except for carry a white whip like a moron. So that won't happen again. At least not in the state of Pennsylvania. So, that's over with. 5th place finish. on paper, a bad drive by Anthony, and maybe in reality a bad drive by Anthony, but Anthony doesn't believe so. I've seen too many motion pictures directed by A War We Welcome, and I'll sleep okay tonight. What else took place today? You know, here's the thing. We had a huge day today. Now, I wish I had Johnny's list of what took place today in Ontario in his barn just popped up. He told me he was happy with everybody. He said Arches Rainbow went a mile and 2.3. Now, this is the only one I know of for sure. Arches Rainbow went a mile and 2.3, but was coughing a little bit after. He said she was a little flat. I'm going to have to really work on her airway. And the difference between Arches Rainbow and other horses is she is a killer. She loves her work, and you don't have to show her how to beat horses. She'll beat them. So I'm certainly not worried about her, but this coughing on a hot day worries me a little bit. But at the same time, she's eating good. She's feeling good. She doesn't have the same telltale signs that other horses that have had this allergy issues have had. So maybe it was nothing more than just a little touch of the virus maybe today. But he said she ate all her lunch, which is perfect. So I'm sure she'll bounce back fine. Now, I'm on my way. Who do we got tonight? Pouring rain for the rest of the day. But I did miss the rain for the most part. You might say, Anthony, what are you wearing? I wore my suit home because I'm trying to get there. Why? Now that I say it out loud, I don't know why. They put me down on a horse in race 3 that is not a very good horse. And do I want to drive this particular animal in the mud? No. But at the same time, if I tell you I'm going to drive, then I'll try and be there and drive. Well, that's a lie. I booked off many times. Anyway, by the looks of it, I'm going to be late anyway, so it doesn't really matter much. And then we have our horse this night. That's my girl, 8-hole. I don't mind the 8-hole with this filly tonight. I want to race her from off the pace. In fact, if you'd have said, Anthony, you can only pick one position and the rest will be drawn for you, I might have picked 8. So that's my girl. Don't mind her out of the 8-hole. And I'm a lovely lady. Just want to get a good mile. She's been racing so good. Just want to get a good mile in the big lady tonight. Not use her up. I don't want to leave hard with her. I'd like to drop her over into the 3 or 4 hole, run her up the wood and see what happens. That would be perfect for us tonight. But she's been racing great. And then the show today was stolen by the babies. I told you we weren't going to school today, but the weather changes so quick here. It's even more. It's even worse than it is in Ontario. Some days they'll be calling for rain and the sun will come out in Ontario. You'll be like, oh, the weather's ridiculous. Here it's even worse in Cleveland. Right up until Tuesday morning when I got to the barn, they were calling for thunder showers all day Wednesday and Thursday at Cleveland, at Northfield Park. So we trained 6 in the race bike, trained a couple of slow miles on Tuesday. I said, we'll train the rest Friday, Saturday, have them all ready to go next Thursday. Lo and behold, the sun comes out Wednesday morning. I said, okay, there's some that I want to train kind of hard. Those horses can train today, behind the bike, behind the car. 4 of them. Bomb Hugger, Voyage of Ice and Fire. Now you might say to yourself, why do you want to train these horses hard? I'll get to that in a minute. Voyage of Ice and Fire. Number 3, Prairie Fire. And number 4, Hill of Magic. Now, Hill of Magic, because I was up in the air whether we're going to put back to the bike hobbles or leave her in the belly bands. I like her in the belly bands, but she made a little break at the 5/8 today. Still went a mile and 2.5, but made a little break. I don't know if the belly bands are going to survive on Hill of Magic. I would say no. We'll see how she warms up next Thursday without them on, and then I'll make a decision. So Hill of Magic, 2.5, 2.6, no problem speed with her. She couldn't blow a match out after. Looked like $1 million, except for the break. Bomb Hugger and Prairie Fire went behind the gate the first set of 2. There's a ton of horses out there. Now, I hadn't sat behind Bomb Hugger in a long time. I wanted to see how Hugger was. I wanted to see how handy she was, and I wanted to put the work to her today. Then I wanted to see how she ate her lunch, how she felt afterwards. 31 seconds, maybe 31 and 1. Half in 102 and 1. We won a mile in 1:59 and 2. Last half 57 and 1. Last quarter in like 28 and 2 with Bomb Hugger. Prairie Fire was right there. 2 lengths back. So he probably won a mile 59 and 4, 2 minutes. But both of them were very, very good. Bomb Hugger was as strong as I remember her. And Prairie Fire has been quietly shocking and surprising me. And for the people that are over here watching the horses go, or even on the recorded days, I was going to say the drone days, you can tell there's something there, right? He's getting taller, he's getting stronger. He picked away at his food last week, so we didn't train him hard last week. But another horse, I'm very interested to see how he eats his lunch. He was very good today. So let's say 59, 2 minutes, last half 58 for him. Bomb Hugger last half 57 and 2 or 3, 57 and 2. Mile 159 and 2, 3, something like that. She was very good. Come out in the next set, Hill of Magic win, made a break in the half, or 5/8, come back trotting 1 mile and 2.5. Voyage of Ice and Fire cut it out, half and 2, mile and 59 and 3. Last half 57 and 3. And I can assure you the times are accurate. This is Northfield Park. This is not Tamiko Training Center. Last half 57 and 3. His last quarter, he kind of dawdled in the last turn a little bit. His last half, as I said, 57 and 3. Last quarter, probably 28 and 3, 28 and 4, maybe 29. But he was very, very good. The reason I wanted to get a strong mile into Voyage, because he's always going, is because he's always going. There's no need to. He missed a week, right? Here last week, no hard training last week. The week before, I'm not sure. But 4 weeks from exactly today, Voyage of Ice and Fire races for $100,000. Now, as I was saying to a partner of mine in Voyage of Ice and Fire, I said, there's races after that $100,000 race, but they're only going to write that check once, right? So it's important to strike while the anvil's hot. This is a colt that's coming in sharp. It's going to qualify on the 10th. We're going to go easy for another week, maybe get a start into him after that, and then we're going to head to Scioto Downs with Voyage of Ice and Fire. So very pumped about him. Same thing with Bomb Hugger. She doesn't race for about 5 weeks, but you know what? She can have an easy week next week, train her up a little, or qualifier next week, give her an easy week, train her up a little bit, maybe get a race into her, and then she starts at Saratoga, I believe, on July 6th. I don't believe on July 6th. I am certain it is July 6th. So exactly 4 weeks for Voyage of Ice and Fire, 4 weeks and a bit for Bomb Hugger. Very, very good today, and overshadowed his Prairie Fire, but at the same time, make no mistake, this guy's got some pop to him. He's a nice colt. So between the ones we trained yesterday, the ones we trained today, that's 10 horses that have trained very hard and looked very, very good in the last 2 days. We'll train the rest of them up Friday. I made a mistake. We counted again, triple counted, quadruple counted all the horses. We have 23 babies over here. 21 will qualify next week. The only 2 missing, 3 Point Blue Chip, is simply not ready to. Let me expand on that again. People are like, well, he's been in 2.5, he's been with the other horses, why can't he go? Sure, he can go. He can qualify. This is Plunge Blue Chip's brother. I don't want to qualify him. He has to go to New Jersey, not the fairs in Ohio. I want this horse good, and mentally he just feels like he's getting stronger. He's got to the point where he knows he can trot now. I want to see him do it. I don't want to see him just do it. I want to see him do it well. And he is. Getting better every week. There's no rush. It's like asking a high school football star to go play in the NFL or the MLB or the NBA. Sure, you might, Michael Jordan, okay. But just a very talented high school star? No, you're going to look like a boy against men. And when you have a colt that's just a little mentally immature, they may as well be physically immature. This is the big leagues, especially New Jersey. And I want to make sure that this colt is ready to go. I was very happy with him again. Won his training set the other day. Again, undefeated training in Cleveland, this horse is, by the way. Very happy with him, but not ready to wow the world. And that's what I want him to do. So he'll be ready soon. He's just not ready yet. And then obviously Duke Deal, a little bit behind, another New Jersey colt, a little bit behind everybody. He's coming on. We're going to tinker with his gear a little bit. I'm going to go with him again on Friday. I'm going to try and go a good mile with him, like go a mile in 2.6 or 2.7, but he's just not ready to be a racehorse yet. So some great news on the baby side of things. They are here. They're ready to rock. Like I said, blame me for Where We Welcome. She just makes you feel like such an idiot sometimes. You know, when I let her trot down the backstretch, I thought last half 56 and a piece wrapped up. Man, this thing feels like a tank. And then she literally felt like a tank coming out of the last turn in a race. She just needs to work harder. You know, just needs to work harder. She's a big, strong filly, and I think we're going to have a fun summer with her. Expectations being what they are, make no mistake, she has all the tools to be, I don't want to say a world champion, but she has all the tools to be a very, very good horse. She just chooses to use some of them. Much like myself in school, I suppose. So, a great day all around in that regard. Now, I'm going to do another video about this later on. A bit of a tragedy in, I don't want to get into it too much. One of our clients asked me not to. So we have two horses in our midst named LSL and Harlan L. You know where we got them? Those two horses are named after people. And one of those people passed away. And it's a bit of a raw nerve, as you can imagine, what took place with these with this person. So one of our clients who's involved in the situation messaged me and said, is there any way you could change the name of those two horses? I would never ask otherwise. It's just, but I'm gonna ask. And I didn't want to get into it. I could tell that it was a really painful situation, and you know, if it had been another week, we couldn't. But it's not. It's now. And when it comes to the stable, we try not to change many names on horses because it really screws up a lot of our tracking, a lot of our videos and photography, and it really makes Kelly angry, to be honest. But in this case, there's an exception, more than one exception, to every rule on earth for the most part. And this most definitely fits into one of those exceptions. So I would ask, I asked Kelly today to start the process to change the names of our horses, LSL and Harlan L, today. Now she's going to make a contest out of it with our clients and those groups, the LSL group, the Harlan L group, which will be good. It'll be fun for us, but at the same time, keep in mind that it's derived from something that is not fun. So, very serious situation, but one that we will address in the best way we can. You know, I felt terrible for the person in question, and as you can tell how I'm talking, it's very personal. So, we'll just leave it at that. So the horses that we know as LSL and Harlan L, we will change their names in the coming days. I suspect Linda Henry is going to want to change those quickly, as both those horses are supposed to qualify next week. So we will start the process immediately on changing those names. I know Kelly is working out the details right now, and she will be reaching out to our groups, those two groups, and everybody involved. So, although we're having a great day, a little bit of sad news. Going to throw some water on the fire, but at the same time, we are going to move forward with our stable. 21 horses to qualify next week at Northfield Park. We still have horses to race tonight. That's my girl, and I'm a lovely lady to race tonight. So we'll see how they do. Lots of racing coming up. Get everything sorted now. Where We Welcome will be heading home soon. I guess if the truck doesn't get here soon enough by next week, we could race her in Northfield Park once more before we send her back. I mean, really what we're looking for with Where We Welcome, keep in mind, everybody qualifying in Ontario has a better date than her right now. So getting her back next week or the week after won't matter, as long as we don't miss the first grassroots. So I hope I didn't miss anything. I don't think I did. If I did, I apologize. I will talk to everybody very, very soon. sure there's lots to talk about all week, but as I drive down the road, trying not to miss the Ohio Turnpike, I'm drawing a blank. We'll talk to you all soon. Hope you're having a good day. Me, not so much. Looked like an idiot a little while ago with Welcome. And it's pouring rain. Not a great day for me so far at the track. But I hope it gets better. Take care.